Hey, good afternoon. It's your afternoon girlfriend, Yvonne Daniels. Happy Tuesday. Happy Inauguration Day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And of course, told you we were going to be going live. Thank you so much for joining us for this very special live social stream remote. And I am joined here by Miss Pamela Ferris. She is the Regional Vice President at Excel Schools and Principal at Woodley Leadership Academy. Of course, you see that across there. So, hey, Pamela, how are you doing?
Hello.
So, man, I tell you, this has been we're in 2021 now. Of course, we all know 2020 was quite the year. We still are getting through all this stuff. And of course, we're here to talk about schools and all that's going on with the schools, what your school offers. So, first of all, I just have to ask, how are you doing during this time?
We're doing very well. We're doing very well. We're making sure that we're following all protocols that are put in place.
For sure. And with you being, at the helm, you do have to make sure that everything is in place. And of course, there's so much that parents are having to navigate through with children, during this time. And so, so glad to have you on with Woodley Leadership Academy, because you guys are doing something that I think would put a lot of parents at ease as we're navigating, as we're trying to make sure that we are doing the best for our children and the best for the families. So just tell me a little bit about Woodley Leadership Academy. What you all offer, and why would you say that a parent should bring their child to Woodley Academy?
Yes, thank you. First, I just think it's appropriate to just quote Dr. Martin Luther King. And, the purpose of education is to teach one to think intensively and critically, right? It's character and knowledge. That's the true meaning of education. And that's what it's about at Woodley Leadership Academy. Our thought around how we're constructing education for children is to help them think intensively and to think critically, right? To help them to discover their purpose in life. As we go through stages, especially K-8 is discovery, right? It's exposure, it's experiences. And so we focus on career in college. We focus on community engagement, community service, global exposure for students. We look at financial literacy and so forth. And so with all of those things in conjunction with what we offer every day, it allows students an opportunity to really begin to make meaning out of the work that they're doing every single day. And so it's important for us as we grow, because Woodley Leadership Academy is new. We opened in 2018, but as we continue to structure and create opportunities for students, we want to keep in mind that it's really, I'm sorry, my light went out. Okay. It's for us to truly, look at helping students to understand who they are, to discover their purpose, to be able to create opportunities in the community and so forth to help them be extremely successful.
And that is so important, even during this time. So Woodley Leadership Academy is grades K through 8, right?
Yes.
And right here in Saginaw, and and I know that we're not going to the school. Well, actually, we'll talk about that. So yeah, so give us the address for where you all are actually located, because we're going to talk about some options here. So
yes, Woodley is located at 1300 Malzahn Street. We're directly across the street from Arthur Hill High School, which is perfect. We're a K-8, and we're able to move students into the high school directly across the street. It used to be St. Stephen's Catholic school at one time.
Okay. And it is a tuition-free school of choice.
Yes. Yes, we're accepting students across the Tri-County area. We're not zoned to a specific zip code. So we have students, across, cities and so forth.
Wonderful. And I've always been so impressed with your curriculum there, and how broad it is, and how much the children are able to learn. I think about when I was in K through 8, a lot of the stuff that you all offer, I'm like, ooh, I wish, but offer that now. And so we want to talk about the fact that, of course, with where we are now, we're having a lot of the schools that are not offering face to face, or if they are offering face to face, it's like for a period of time and then have to pull back. You can only do virtual or only do remote learning. So, what are you guys offer some pretty interesting options? So, what are some of the options that students have where at Woodley Leadership Academy?
Yeah, it was very important for us, experiencing going into the situation with the pandemic in March to June, and being able to pivot very quickly into a learning modalities that were best for our students. So over the summer, we surveyed our entire parent student body, to really get an understanding of the comfort level of our families and what they would like. And so we were able to offer all three learning modalities for students when we began school in August. And those three learning modalities, we offer 100% virtual opportunities for families. We have a hybrid model where students are 2 days a week, and we also offer a traditional model where students will come to school 5 days a week.
Okay. And so this is something that's ongoing because I know with a lot of the schools, like with the Saginaw Township and with Saginaw, they're having to look at it once a month. But with Woodley Leadership Academy, you all are able to offer this on a continuous basis. So it's not like 1 month it'll be this and in the next month it'll be that. This is continuous that kids can come 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I mean, we like I said, we started August 31st, and we
Hmm.
started with all three learning modalities. And we
Okay.
had families, about 70% of our families are 100% virtual. So
Okay.
we have a small community of face-to-face students that engage daily here at the school. All our students actually engage virtually. So just because
Okay.
we're face-to-face, we still offer the opportunity for those students to engage with their peers virtually every single day.
Hmm.
And then our traditional students will take their computers home as well, and they can engage virtually. Just in case if the governor made a decision to move us back into a phase 3, then all of our students and families are well equipped with
Okay.
able to go remote. And so
Okay.
that was the reason why we wanted to make sure that every single student, as well as families, were given the opportunity to engage virtually.
Okay. All right. That's so very important. You know, we talked about how important it is for kids, if they can, to be able to be in the building, learning. But of course, for a lot of parents, I mean, I have a 9-year-old, and so parents are very concerned about, as anyone should be, about their children, about being infected, about being in the building. But you gave some very interesting, very, man, comforting information that
Yeah.
you all have not seen any outbreaks because you follow the protocols. So, what are the very strict protocols that you follow?
Yes, so like all schools in Michigan, we had to create a COVID-19 learning plan. And so in that learning plan, you have to look at every area of your school. So your operations, your facilities, your learning, instructional, face-to-face opportunity. And so you have to look at every system and think in terms of how do you create a safe opportunity for all students. So we quickly changed how we engage every day. We limit the opportunity for students to with movement. They stay in their classrooms. We actually have lunch, not in the cafeteria, but they eat their lunch in the cafeteria. We added additional custodial staff to be able to make sure that we're constantly cleaning and making sure that everything is safe that way for our students. Our middle school, we stopped transitioning, so the teachers transition instead of the students. Of course, masks are worn by all staff members every single day, as well as students. Um, when students come to the building, they're temperature checked, they're given hand sanitizer. We're asking that all parents make sure that they're asking those great questions, making sure
Mhm.
that students are not ill. We are encouraging parents that if they're not feeling well, they can stay home. And if they
Mhm.
are a hybrid student, they already have their computers that they can engage virtually. And, we talked about this a little bit, but, that's one of the amazing things that have come out of this pandemic, that for schools, we were able to restructure and to learn how to engage virtually where there are no interruptions in
Yeah.
the child's education. So now if a student is not feeling well, we can just simply let their parents know that they can engage virtually and they're not absent. So
Right.
there are a lot of benefits that came out of the restructuring and out of a not so good situation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And something that was very interesting and I love too was the fact that um you all did not have to wait until all this happened because you were doing this already even before the pandemic. So you guys were well equipped and you knew what you do. It was kind of like it was kind of like a seamless kind of flow. It was
Yes.
like, is this how we're having to do this? Okay, well, we'll just pick it, keep it
Yeah.
moving.
So last year we were able to offer an online mathematics class for our middle school students. And our organization, Excel Schools, we have virtual 100% online schools in other parts of the country. So we were able to just transition that virtual platform, which we call AMP. It's a Excel management platform. We use Canvas. We already had scope and sequence and curriculum and modules and so forth. It was a matter of training our staff, having
Mhm.
opportunities to train and support our families in this way of engaging students.
Man, so you guys are new to this. You're true to this. You guys have been doing this, rocking it out. So which is also very comforting for a parent. So, and the whole reason we're here now is because you all are accepting students for it's the second semester.
Yes, we are. Our second semester begins February 1st. So we
Okay.
are accepting students. Once again, we're offering all three modalities, 100% virtual opportunities for those families who still want virtual. But first and foremost, we're offering the in-person opportunities for families. And as we survey our families, more and more of our families who are K through 3 want face-to-face experiences. And so yes, we are accepting applications.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You know, and it is so important too for the children if they can, be in the building interacting with other children, because we're hearing about so many statistics, with kids and just kind of you don't want them to lose interest in education for those older ones, and also it's a blessing for parents to be able to work from home, but for those parents that can't work from home, it is also a great option, to be able to have your child go into the building safely, and to learn. It's kind of like a win-win for everyone. So, so glad that you all are offering this once again. The second semester, it starts February 1st, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So parents are able to apply online if they go to
Okay.
woodleyacademy.org and
It's
they
right there
just
on the
simply
screen. Yep.
apply and upload the necessary documents that they need, and they can begin February 1st.
So if someone wanted to, and I know we're all online, we're doing this technology thing and everything, but if someone wanted to call and they had questions, just some questions they wanted answer, we got a phone number, they can call and speak to someone.
Yes, they can call 989
Mhm.
717 4390, and they can speak with our office manager, Miss Nitra Frazier.
Okay, all right, and get all the questions answered. This is just, it's just wonderful. It's amazing. I know that a lot of people are thinking, that with the vaccines, hopefully everything will kind of calm down, but we don't know how long that's gonna, when the doses are gonna come in, and so as people are holding on to hope for that, people are still having to move forward, and uh, the children need to continue to learn. And so once again, this is, we're going to say this again, K through. And I want to say something too before we keep talking. Thank you to all of you that are watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put those questions up. We will answer any questions that you have. Let us know. Also, want to encourage you to share this too. Okay, you can go back and watch it. You can share it if you know of someone that has a child, and they are looking for some options. Woodley Leadership Academy is a wonderful place. They offer so much. The thing that really struck me was the financial literacy. I love that when you teach kids about money. Money is yeah, one of the other
Yes,
great
there
things
are three things about money, right? You remember those three things?
what is
We
right,
save money, we spend money, and we share money. You learn how to do those
right,
effectively, you'll be very successful.
right. And to learn that it doesn't grow on trees, but you can.
Yeah.
Oh, So once again, Woodley Leadership Academy, they are offering and accepting students for the second semester, which begins February 1st. You see the number there on the screen, 989-717-4390. You can also go to woodleyacademy.org, and you can upload the application. You can fill it out, submit it right there. And K-8 tuition free. This is just so wonderful. So we just thank you so much for offering that. We thank you so much for caring and with all the protocols that are in place, because we do see people that are just, they're not being responsible, they're not wearing their masks, they're not probably doing all the other things. So it's wonderful when you have a place, especially like a school that's doing all this that we need done for our children, and we can send our kids, safely into an environment where they're learning and they're being taken care of. So we just appreciate it so much. So give us the address once again, because these kids, they gonna,
Once again, we're located at 1300 Malzahn Street in Saginaw, Michigan.
Yes. And I'm hoping that, at some point in the very near future that, we will not have to do the virtual, but like you said, though, I think that the virtual thing is going to be something that we're going to continue to see in some form or another. So it's wonderful that we're getting all this stuff worked out, and that you all already have the platform, and that you already are doing this and seem to be perfecting it. So
yes. Well, we're still learning, right? We're continuing to learn. We're continuing to be able to offer the supports that's necessary for families to help them engage appropriately. But every day having an opportunity to serve children and to serve families, that's first and foremost on our agenda. And once again, our decision to continue to have in-person instruction, even in the midst of our pandemic and this crisis. It was more important for us to be able to support our families and the needs of our families, as well as the needs of our students.
Definitely. And once again, what's also great is that you don't have to tell us the areas where students can come from to be a student here.
Yeah, because Woodley Leadership Academy is a school of choice, public school of choice. We're not specifically zoned to any particular zip code. So families can come from across the Tri-County area.
All right. So you got the information there. Once again, please share the information. We've got Pamela Ferris here. Always love talking to you, the Regional Vice President at Excel Schools, and of course, the principal at Woodley Leadership Academy. And before we end, I don't know, is there anything else that you want to kind of end on? Anything that we missed?
Yes, no, once again, I just want to say that, it's our pleasure to serve. To serve the broader Saginaw community. That's what this is about. We see things that are happening across the world, as well as our country. We want to make sure that we are instilling in our students character, integrity, and that we are providing them the necessary tools that they need in order to be servants to others. This work is not about me. It's not about you. It's about helping students to understand what they need to support one another and their community and their families, and to do good in the world, right? It's always be the change that you want to see.
Yes,
that's what's so important.
For sure. So with all this being said, I'm sure I know the answer to this question. So you're hopeful for our future, which is our children?
Yes. Yes. That's the reason why I became an educator. It was not about me. It was not about a position or a job, but it was about how do I support the next generation and the next generation with understanding their purpose, and really, encouraging them and inspiring them to make a difference in the world.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I say, as you start with the top, so goes the rest of it. And so you can see, as you're watching, the leader here is someone that's passionate, that cares about children, that cares about people. And so that is so very important, I think, when you're selecting a school. These are trying times, but still, even in times like this, you want to make the best choices for your family, for your children. Woodley Leadership Academy is that choice. You can see with Pamela Ferris, who cares about what's going on, and your children are going to get a great education. So once again, that second semester starts real soon here, February 1st, and you can go to woodleyacademy.org. You can submit your application there. Once again, you can also call if you have any questions. We understand that as well. You can give them a call as well. We'll put the phone number up there once again. Call, speak to someone, 989-717-4390. Just remember, Woodley Leadership Academy is K through 8. They're tuition free, school of choice, and they're not tied to any zip code. So don't worry about if you think that I'm not in the right area. Because you can still be a part of, and your child can still have a great education, even in times like this, because it's going to get better. It is.
Yes.
When we come out of this, that our kids are suited and booted, as I like to say. So, there you go. So thank you so much, Pamela. I do appreciate you. Man, we'll talk soon. Woodley Leadership Academy. Once again, this is Pamela Fair. She is the Regional Vice President at Excel Schools, Principal at Woodley Leadership Academy, and yeah, just K through 8. Get your child in there so that they can have all that they need to once again be the change that they want to see. So thank you, Pamela. I do appreciate
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure speaking with you.
You too. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.